So here we are again, August 15. We're in the powerful days of Sirius, the dog days of Sirius. Sirius is the dog star. But I have no idea what Noam will do, and that's the way I like it, as you all know, because I always say it. So here we are. How are you today, Noam?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So, okay, well, for the highest good.
Okay. So hello to everyone.
Hiya.
And I invite the Most High God, the One God, and all the orders, the Elohim Lords orders, Melchizedek order, and all of the family, the great masters, beloved ones, and the angels, archangels, Michael the One, Gabriel the One, Uriel the One, Raphael the One, their armies, and of course the most Sar Malachim, I don't know how to say it.
The archangels.
The minister, the what?
The archangels.
Yes, but archangel, it's also Michael and Gabriel. I'm
That's
speaking
right.
about Metatron, which is the...
Okay, Metatron, they say he's like...
The Sar Malachim. Minister?
The minister of all the angels.
Okay.
Yes?
I guess
Okay.
if this is the name, this is the name.
If this is the name,
Okay.
this is the name.
Okay, so I invite them all from the place of love
Hiya.
and light. And I ask them to open to us space of love, of support, of light,
Hiya.
of nurturing. And I invite all of us to sit comfortably, to close our eyes, and to start very gentle breaths.
Hiya.
To watch and to feel the air that comes into us, and to call all of our parts that divided, if it's thoughts or pieces of our soul or pieces of our energy that spreaded in all over the places. I invite us to call them, and I ask from the Most High God to wash them, to clean them, to pure them, and to fulfill them with love and light.
Amen.
And only after the Most High God do it, we will breathe those parts into us with the inhale, and with the exhale we will spread them into our energetic bodies. Every one of the parts know exactly his place, where he belongs to.
Hiya. Teho.
And I invite us all to ask to have the love of God fulfill us, and we will breathe it, inhale the love of God, and inhale it into all of our energetic bodies. And while we do it, we will ask also the qualities of compassion, of strength, of softness,
Hiya.
of healing, of nurturing, and support. And if we need, we can ask another qualities in addition to that of what we feel that we need. And we will ask this energy to fulfill and to absorb in our DNA and in our cells, in the liquids of our cells, in the membranes of our cells, in any part. And we just will give ourselves to shine, start shining with this love, with this energy. We will ask also that in the qualities there will be also quality of purification into our cells, into our cells liquid, DNA, membranes, and all of the other parts that are built in our cells, in which one of them. And we will breathe this energy until we will arrive our foot. feet. תמיד אני מתבלבלת. בגלל שאומרים footsteps, אז בגלל זה אני מתבלבלת. Feet. Until we will arrive our feet.
Feet.
Okay. And now we are all invited to speak to our DNA and ask it, dearest and beloved DNA, now we are agree to give the energy of God, love, compassion, strength, healing, and all the qualities to enter, to observe, and to cure into us, to fulfill us. We are agree to be healed. We are agree to be fulfilled of the unconditional love of God. And so it is. And we will send love to our DNA because the DNA of us is getting changed. It's becoming something which is much more powerful and much more strong, that can conclude itself in itself, the new energy, that one of her parts is to exchange our ability to create and to hold energy to something which is much deeper, stronger, and larger. We will give our order, of course, with love to our DNA to start operating all the parts into it that are connected with the exchange that all of us are going to pass in a purpose to suit ourselves to the new bodies, to the new light bodies that we are going more and more, step by step, become to be, if we choose to do it. And we will continue to breathe the love of God, the unconditional love of the Most High God, until we arrive our feet
Yeah.
and to fulfill all of our energetic bodies. And when we get our feet, we will take another deep breath of this love and all its qualities, and we'll send it into the feet.
Yes.
And as we do it, as while we do it at the same time, we will see our legs become much longer,
Yeah.
and our feet start to dig into the land, into the ground deeper and deeper, and our feet pass through the magma until the core of Mother Earth, and then we find the heart of Mother Earth that is like a sunshine, and we will give our feet to sink a little into this energy of Mother Earth. And when we exhale the energy, we will give the energy from love of the Most High God to absorb into the heart of Mother Earth, and we will anchor it into it. We will take more breaths, until we feel that we anchored this energy to the heart of Mother Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we will let ourselves to feel the energy, the love of Mother Earth. This energy is more physically, more material than the energy of the love of the Most High God. We feel her warm, chamimut, warmth.
Warmth.
We feel her
Warmth. Heat. Warmth.
We feel her touch, which is very gentle and a little heavy. We feel the smooth of it. And now we attune ourselves to contact and to connect, more than this, ourselves to the qualities of rootness, stability, balance, security, presence, full presence,
Jesus,
grounding, nurturing and support, home, and any quality that we want to add to ourselves that connects with Mother Earth. And now we will start to breathe, to inhale the energy of Mother Earth through our feet, and to exhale the energy to our energetic bodies. And we will feel that our cells become to be like פה אני צריכה את העזרה שלך, אליהו. יש נייר מיוחד, there is a special paper, that if you put it into water, it just the water.
It sucks it up.
Okay.
It sucks it up.
Okay. So
it absorbs.
Our cells just sucks up the energy of Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And when the energy is into us, we feel ourselves more presence, more here and now, more in our physical bodies. We feel the energy of Mother Earth, stability, calming, and give a very deep connection with ourselves.
Okay.
Once again, we will speak to our DNA and say, dear and beloved one, DNA of us, we agree to absorb this energy. We agree to accept those gifts. We agree this energy to operate in us, the full presence of all the unity, of all the pieces to become one presence in this third dimension. And from this third dimension and the roots of this dimension, we can widen ourselves more and more to all of the dimensions, to all of the parts, personality, soul, spirit, God, to become one with this energy. And we continue to breathe this energy with all of her qualities until we arrive at our crown chakra. And we give ourselves to feel how is the feeling, the physical feeling, the energetic feeling, the emotional feeling, when all of our cells and DNA are fulfilled with those qualities of energy. How is the feeling to be presence, to be present, in a full present? And when we get the chakra, the crown chakra, we will give the energy that has left from Mother Earth into our main tube to create a new tube from our crown chakra to the heart of the Most High God. And by this tube to connect between the energy of Mother Earth, the heart of Mother Earth, to the heart of the Most High God. And now we became like a transformator that holds also the energy of the Most High God into our heart, and also the energy of Mother Earth's heart. And we will let these energies mixed up together and merge together into our heart. And we will give our heart to become like a sun that radiates, that's radiating all of its love all over.
Jesus.
And we will feel the happiness that starts to enter and start to fulfill our full existence. And I have a question to the guides, to the Most High God, to the Masters, with a lot of love. And this question is, what is to be a human being? What is to be a full, a whole human being?
A full.
And here comes Lady Quan.
Okay. The Bodhisattva of compassion. Hiya.
Dear ones and beloved ones, I am Quan.
Ah, dear God. Ha, ha.
And I will start to answer this question from the point of view that I represent. Beloved ones, many times, a lot of you, most of the time the spiritualistic ones, looks at your human being bodies and feels it like something which limits you, something which is bonding you. A lot of you think and believe that if they will take off from the limits of the body, it will be the best way for them to exist. A lot of you knows by their mentalic body and also sometimes by your heart that your body is one of the most high gifts that have been given to you.
Yeah.
For manifesting the whole being that you are. Deeper inside into you, sometimes there are beliefs which comes from another life, memories that claims that if you will contact the ground,
Yeah.
you will be as a prisoner in the jail, or you will be stuck without any opportunity to move on. But dear ones, there is one thing that we have to tell you again and again. When you are not grounded, all the things that you want to manifest cannot be manifested without your body, without the ground, because the ground is the place of the roots. And if you do not have roots, nothing can be manifested. The energy can enter to you until a specific place, then it's stuck and it cannot move on.
Yeah.
When you agree to live your life and to have roots into the ground, you give the ability to build a vessel, to build a tool, that into it all the things that you want to manifest can be manifested. Because the things can be manifested only on the material world. Another choice is only to manifest on the dreams or in another realms and spaces.
and
ברכה לי המילה של מימדים. Dimensions. But you know, dear ones, that if you do not use the third dimension, if you do not claim your right to be human beings in bodies, you cannot manifest it into the material. And then sometimes you feel the space, זה לא space, זה פער. איך אומרים פער? The gap between your wishes and your knowledge about who you are at the biggest dimensions to what you are really manifesting on earth. Dear ones, a human being is a whole being. As you know, in many of your holy books, כתבי קודש,
yes, holy books,
it's written that human being is in the pattern of God.
Made in the image of God.
In the image of God. You know, beloved ones, why is it like that? Because the Most High God has love, has compassion, has strength, has softness, has many polarities as one. That means that the Most High God concludes everything that exists. And so you are, beloved ones. Into you there are all the parts of the creation. Many parts of the creation. The more spiritualistic parts and the most material parts. But it's all different levels of the energy. Actually, it's all one. To be a human being is to be a presence that concludes all the parts of compassion, of love, the parts that still has to learn, the parts of your emotional body, and also the part of your physical body. Beloved ones, the most hard parts for you to accept are the emotional and physical part of you. Because a lot of you believe that those parts are מיותרים. איך הוא מיותר?
Extra.
איך?
Extra.
Extra. To be a human being is to be someone that agrees to accept all of his parts, to give them the place, to give them their existence, to accept them, and to love them, to manifest them as a presence that also concludes the God, love and light, and also concludes the human being life in this material world. The most important thing, beloved ones, that you will understand that sometimes with these beliefs you stuck yourself and you do not give yourself to open to a new materials, to open to a new directions, to open to a new energies and to a new manifesting. You have to understand that not to be on earth, not to be with roots, is to be, איך אומרים תלוש? dependent זה תלוי, זה לא תלוש.
תלוש משכורת?
לא. It's like you have a flower,
Yes.
and you it from the ground.
To pluck it.
ממש בכוח.
To pluck it from the ground.
To pluck it, okay. So you have to understand that without your physical body, you are plucked on. And with this place, there is not a lot that you can do and influence your world. You have to understand that you have to learn how to develop a relationship, good relationship, accepting and love relationship with the grounding. A lot of you love the earth. A lot of you also love the ground. And with it, not grounded yet. Because to be grounded, it's not only to work with ground. It's not only to walk on the ground. It's not only to love ecologic, the ground and earth. To be grounded is to agree to be in the most expression of being life. That means that it demands a very deep agreement
Yes.
of your souls, of your emotional bodies, physical body, and mentalic body, to be on earth and to take a full part in the lifetime that you exist on earth. And when there is the belief and the knowledge that when you will give yourself to do it, it's not only that you won't be stuck anymore, but the opposite, that you will be much more exist, much more living, with much more energy and joy and fulfillment and manifesting. Then, when you agree to do it, you get the tools how to do it. I send you all of my love and compassion, dear ones. We all admire you. We all watch and follow your things on earth, and we are very proud of you. Remember, we came from the same part. It's only a different choice that make the separate between us. Sending you the most high love, Lady Quan. ואני מזמינה, and I invite, I see him already here, Master Sanat Kumara. Hello to you, dear. To be a human being, from my point of view, is a very big challenge, because one of the most high challenges that you have in life is the free choice. You have to understand that being in your bodies is the opportunity to manifest this free choice. You're different from another being that chose to give up their open choice because they chose and they arrived to a level that they knew exactly what to choose the most good for them. And this is the place that they live in. Beloved ones, understand that also in the higher dimensions you still have challenges, but they're different. Different from the challenges that you have on your three-dimensional world. To be a human being is to be with a mission. That this mission can be existing, can be manifesting by your actions, which cannot be without your bodies, that cannot be without your shoes, that cannot be without your presence in the whole of the dimensions at once. You have to understand that everything exists in all of the dimensions. So every star that you see, it's not that there are few stars in few dimensions. The same star that you see here exists in the 12 multiplied 12 dimensions. And in any one of these dimensions, he has another picture of face. So every dimension is like a picture. יש מילה יותר מדויקת.
Like a facet on a diamond?
זה כמו, אתה יודע מה זה שקופיות?
A diamond?
תמונות קטנות כאלה שמכניסים במקרן ורואים ומחליפים?
Prism.
אוקיי.
Prism, yes.
אז מה שיש על המסך...
What is on the screen is a...
התמונה שעל המסך היא לא התמונה עצמה, היא הקרנה של התמונה הזאת.
The image on the screen is not...
The picture itself.
The picture is not...
The image that on the screen, it's not the picture itself, because the picture
No.
itself, it's here.
The picture is, that's right. Yes.
Is?
So the picture is being screened onto the screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So every dimension...
Projected. The picture is projected onto the screen.
So every... רגע, מבקשת את המילים המדויקות. Every face of every one of the stars is a projection, is a different projection.
Okay.
A different face.
Facet. Face, okay, face.
Of the of the source.
Yes.
Okay.
Who is talking now?
Sanat Kumara.
Sanat Kumara. Okay.
To be a human being, for us, it's something which is very serious and very important, because you have to understand that by your free choice you influence not only on your star but also of other dimensions, of other universes, and of all the creation itself. For us to be a human being, it's also an honor.
Honor.
Kavod.
It's an honor.
Honor, because the thing that you can manifest, we cannot do it when we do not choose to be manifested in a body.
Okay.
You chose to exist on earth, to bring the new consciousness, the new developing, the new living on earth. To be a human being is to take a responsibility of your life, of your actions, of your thoughts, of the things that you choose what to do or not to do. It's a challenge. To be a human being is to be the most important, deeper and stronger student that study for all of the creation. Because all of the things that you're learning by your experiences, the energy that becomes from your study becomes a part of all the creation, and give the Most High God to learn more and more of itself through you, which you are a total part, which hold the wholeness into yourself. You teach the God into yourself, and the God into yourself belongs to the Most High God. And so the connection always there is always there. To be a human being is to be someone that has a lot of powers, a lot of abilities, a lot of כישרון, talents. לפעמים המילים הכי פשוטות בורחות.
It's okay. You're doing good.
That learns to recognize in it, that learns, if he agrees, how to use it to the good of himself and for the good of all the exist. כל היש.
All that exists.
To be a human being for us is something which has a difficult choice, and that this difficult choice sometimes causes you to be disconnect to who you are really. This choice gives you the opportunity to see yourself as a limited and little ones, that in effect it's totally opposite. But this is one of your biggest tests, would you choose to see the illusion that in this situation it's not exactly an illusion? Your material world is not illusion. It's the place that into it the spirit has to anchor itself. The illusion is only the way you see yourself, the limited way that you see your abilities, that you see your being, your true being. And this is a very strong challenge also for the most high and spiritual masters, living ones that you have in your world. Already also them are confronting this illusion of themselves, sometimes with more success and sometimes with less. Dear ones, another challenge that you have, deeper one, is something that Mother Mary spoke about it a few times ago. The ego, which sometimes the ego is one of the most deeper lessons that you chose to learn. Most of you has unbalanced ego, and the ego has to be learned and has to be balanced, because as Mother Mary said, and I will add to that, that when your ego is too much high and strong, you become a blind. You cannot see the truth. When your ego becomes too much higher, you think that you are connected, but you're disconnected from the true God into yourself. As Mother Mary said. When the ego is too high, a lot of time the lesson is to act from this place and then to learn its lesson, to fall, and then to discover your true ego. When your ego is too weak, then you do not build the vessel, you do not build the kli,
instrument.
The instrument, to contain all of who you are, all of your abilities, all of your part that you chose to do in this earth. And then you cannot manifest all the things that you wanted to. But beloved ones, when you know who you are, when you know what is your part into the whole oneness, unity, when you thank for the gifts that you got and you understand that those gifts has been given to you in a purpose to give them to the rest of the world, and not only for yourself and for your ego. When you appreciate yourself, you know what are your abilities are. You know what your weaknesses are. And you know that there are things that still you have to improve, and to be all the time awareness of what you're doing and what for you're doing it. Then when your ego is much more balanced, you become one with the love. You become a tube of alignment between the God will and the personal will. You become an alignment tube. הכוונה פה, הוא מדבר פה על שני דברים, אני רוצה להבהיר כי אולי אני טועה במילה באנגלית.
Okay.
יש עניין של להיות מואר,
There is enlightenment. Yes.
ויש את העניין של ליישר קו.
To be a straight, pure instrument, a straight line.
straight line, קו שמחבר בין הרצון האלוהי לרצון האישי.
A straight line between the will of God and the personal will.
וגם שזה הופך להיות צינור מואר.
We need to transform it into an enlightened tube, a tube of light.
And then, dear ones, you are doing your work on earth. Because this is the work, beloved ones. The work is to accept yourself of all who you are. All of the things, not only the good ones.
Yes.
Not only the bad ones. To accept the whole who you are.
Yes.
But also to work on ourself, on yourself.
Jesus.
And from this point, you become to be I know that I will use words which maybe will be heard very difficult, but it's like you become a servant of God. But it's not a servant of God as it was before, as you knew. It's not a servant. And the God, it's not something external to you.
Yeah.
The God that you have into yourself.
Yes.
You become to be contact with. You become to be the מוציא לפועל.
The active, the bringer to action.
To bring it to action and to manifesting.
Yes.
And then also your personal life becomes to be with light.
Yes.
Becomes to be with love.
Eyate.
And you have to remember that you are both also divine being and also a human being. And there is no contrast, beloved ones. This is exactly the way of work that you have to do, to contact between all the parts to one. And then you can live your life, your personal life, with this happiness of being connecting to all. And you can also live your professional life. מתכוון לחיים של ייעוד.
Your vocational life, your what you were, but doing that which you were born to do.
But together, you have to understand, and a lot of you think like that to manifest the mission that you chose to do here means to give up your personal life, your personal being. And it's not true, because to be a human being is to be the contact and the merging of both of the things.
Yes.
Merging and separating at both. That means that it's not true to live only living of servants, living of service.
It's not enough to only live a life of service.
You have also to live your personal life into the place that you chose to be born to. Into your body, physical body, into your actions, into your being. To be a human being is to live, and when you're living, you exist and you manifest yourself.
Ah, I like that. Oh, I like that.
We send you a lot of love.
Oh.
You remember that there were times that we thought and we had to conclude if to give the human being another opportunity to change things. You know that there were times that the direction that the human being family chose to be was much more darkness than the light. But at that period, we chose to give you another opportunity with a lot of help that we gave you. And now, beloved ones, you show us your pele,
Wonder.
your wonders, your true wonders, and we look at you and we're so happy about your choice, your new one choice.
Yeah.
This choice bring all of the creation to a new direction. You still have to learn how to cure the darkness, how to cure the places into you with love and with light. But to remind you, this is only your choice. Nobody else can choose for you to do it. And this is one of the responsibilities that you chose to take on yourself as human being. To choose and to know that there are results to every choice.
Yeah.
We love you all.
Hiya.
We're very proud of you.
Hiya.
And we still do believe in you, in your choose, in your bechira, choice, in your choice. As we see at the last 40 years, and even more, the choose that you choose becomes more and more in the tendency of love and light.
Over the last 40 years, yes.
Of the human being family.
I understand.
And this gives the opportunity to all of the creation to develop more in a much more beautiful happiness and creative direction. Sending you love. There is a lot of knowledge, more knowledge, that are going to come to you about who you are as human beings. I will just give you more things to think about. Your DNA and your brain. Your brain, beloved ones, is one of the most deepest. איך אומרים חידה? שכחתי.
Riddles.
איך?
Riddle.
riddle. בדיוק. riddle that your scientist still didn't open. Because your brain has many gates to many other dimensions, to many other realms. So a lot of time your scientists see only the holes, את המסדרונות.
The hallways.
But they do not see the rooms itself. You have to understand that your brain is much, much, much more wandering and with a lot of abilities that even the genius of the human being family have never got to its... אני מחפשת את המילה.
So, yes, even the Einsteins have only barely touched the abilities of the brain.
זה כאילו שבעצם עוד לא, אפילו רק את ההתחלה.
We're just at the beginning.
יש
Yes, yes.
פשוט...
Did you say wandering כמו לנדד, לנדוד, or wondering כמו פלא?
פלא.
Pele, wonderful.
פלא.
The wonders of the brain, yes.
סליחה.
Hiya. Wow.
And when you will try to לחקור, to research
Yeah.
your brain, but not by physical tools, but only to have מסעות, journeys. Journeys into your brain, you will discover a huge opening to a new words.
As a yofi.
We're not meaning to journeys that concludes materials.
That includes materials.
Or from any kind. זאת אומרת, הם לא מתכוונים למסעות של דרך drugs.
Oh, they're not talking about anything to do with trips or drugs.
כן,
Yes.
גם לא הדברים הצמחיים.
Not even the plant
הכוונה היא אחרת
shamanistic
לגמרי.
kind. The intention is completely different.
It's something that you have to look into your brain from outside, to contact yourself and to ask the question, what can I discover now?
Yeah.
And just to sink into one of the brain, tubes of the brain.
One of these synapses or one of the portions of the brain.
And to
the hallways.
ask to arrive to the most important and suits word and realm that are suits to you now to explore.
Beautiful.
וממש מראים לי שיש כאילו כמו דלתות.
They are actually showing her that it's as if like there are doors, many doors.
שהן לא נראות לעין בצורה רגילה.
That are not visible to the eye in the usual way.
אבל כשמתכווננים לזה רואים.
But when you intend it, you see it.
ואז זה פשוט, זה מראים לי עכשיו את המוח כמו שמש.
And now they show the brain like a sun.
With a lot of rays.
With a lot of rays.
That comes from the center to all of the area. לכל האזור מסביב.
To all the surrounding area.
Your brains
includes materials, yes.
but much more, they includes many other things.
Yes.
And your brain is one of the examples of what is unity
Yes.
among all of the pieces. But because sometimes you live in a limited vision of your abilities, of your life, of your brain, you do not allow yourself to open to all the wonders that you have into your body,
Yes.
into your life.
Yes.
And the second thing is, as I said before, the DNA. Your DNA is very, very complicating. The thing that you see by your eyes, even if we speak only about the biological part, is only the klipa,
The shell,
the shell.
the outermost layer,
The what?
outermost layer.
השכבה החיצונית.
Yes.
Of the real DNA, biological, that you have. There are many שכבות,
Layers.
into your physical DNA. But your scientists still not discovered it. There are few scientists that are also spiritualistic, which they discover it more and more and more in different ways. You have to understand that all of the 12 levels of the DNA exist also in the physical level as layers.
Okay.
אפילו ב-DNA הביולוגי הפיזי שיש לנו,
Even in the
יש
biological
12 שכבות.
levels, the 2 DNA of the double helix,
יש
there are 12 layers.
12 שכבות,
Yes.
שכל שכבה
And every layer
זה כמו מה שקריון כתב ב-12 הרבדים של ה-DNA.
is like what Quan wrote in the 12 dimensions of the DNA.
אבל כשהוא מדבר, הוא מדבר על החלקים הפחות פיזיולוגיים.
When he's speaking
אם אני מבינה נכון.
about the less physiological. But even in the physiological themselves, those 12 dimensions are represented in 12 layers.
כן, exactly. And this is your part to go to journeys in those places, to discover them.
Yes.
From your own experiences. We give you our blessings of journey to your journeys. You know, a lot of the time you do your journeys outside, from your body outside, to another dimensions, to another realms that outside your body. But you have to understand that even into your body, you have many journeys that you can do and that can discover you a lot of giant knowledge.
Yes.
And giant experiences of who are you really as body and as human being. Sending you, all of you, my love. Sanat Kumara.
Thank you. Wow. Hey, te hote.
והנה מגיעה ליידי ונוס.
Oh, Lady Venus. Hiya Teo. Ooh, wow.
Hello to you, beautiful ones.
Ah. Ha ha ha.
What is a human being? A human being is a creator. A human being is a manifester. A human being is one that takes the creation and put it into patterns and put it into manifesting.
Jesus Christ. Lady Melga.
Any one of you has the ability to create. This ability to create is to contact the God that into you.
Yeah.
And to create in many levels. Even if it's to create a new reality for yourself.
Hi.
With cooperation with the God that into yourself and with the Most High God. Or it's a different creation of inspiration that comes to you from the Spirit of God, and you manifest it by your actions. It's to manifest the God on earth.
Oh, wow.
This is a human being. Human being is to discover the beauty in everything that creates. Human being is to choose between the way of creation to the way of destruction. Human being in the most high purpose is to be the rays of God. Is to be the manifesting of all the abilities, the talents, the qualities of God into the material, into the manifesting. But for learning and in nigud,
in contrast
to God, to the Most High God, in you as human being, for letting you to have the free choice. The good and the bad, the light and the darkness are separated. And this is what gives you the ability to choose between the things and to learn by comparing things.
Hiya.
Beloved ones, you have to understand that you are a part, one of the most beautiful part of the creation itself.
Hi.
And this is the reason that the manifesting of the all of the creation and of God is becoming to action by you and by your choices.
Yeah.
A human being is a beauty. Sometimes beauty which is almost complete, but beauty that a part of its beauty is that it's not completed. Beloved ones, contact your inner self, your inner being, and create the beauty that you have into you by art crafts, by handcrafts, by singing, by playing, by expression. All these abilities, all these energies, all those talents, all this Spirit of God that into you. Remember that the sounds that you create has a very deep ability of healing or destruction.
Yeah.
Remember that you create your own word by your painting. Remember that you can create your heaven if you only choose it, to be contact with inner place that you have inside you. Remember also, dear ones, that also the music, the painting and the arts has a very deep, powerful healing force, also to yourself and also to others.
Hey, Auntie.
Choose, beloved ones, to do your choice from deepest place of contact with your inner God, with your inner being. And dear ones, do not run away from the places which are disharmonic into you. Just love them and heal them. Of course, if you do choose to do it.
Hiya. Jesus.
I send you my love. And I send you to enter to your inner place and to find there the sacred place of you. To love yourself by entering this center of unlimited love, unlimited compassion, unlimited life, unlimited softness and healing. Just melt into your deepest center and let these energies and these qualities and this love and light and compassion to be sent to yourself and also to others. But to a lot of you, sending love and beauty, it's much easier to do to others than to yourself. So allow yourself, beloved ones, agree to have it on your own for yourself. It's not a crime. It's not a selfishness. It's to heal yourself and to bring yourself to a higher dimension, to a higher level, that from this level, the thing that you want to give will be much more strong, full of love, pure compassion, and will be able to help the others much more than it can be when you are in the place of not giving yourself the heal, the love and the compassion that you need. Once again, beloved ones, I will remind the difference between self-love and giving up to yourself about things that you do, which is not the same. Because when you do things which are שנייה. Which you know that they are not with the good connection, love, compassion, and you do not look at it and you do not learn from your mistakes, you miss the point. But yet it's still your choosing, because sometimes you're not mature enough to see the things and to learn from them. But sometimes you're mature enough and you choose different.
Yes.
And it's okay. It's one of the parts of being human being. You know that we love you all. See the beauty of your creation. See the beauty that in your creation. פה היא מתכוונת לשני דברים. היא מתכוונת, תראו את היופי שבעצם הבריאה שלכם, שהבורא ברא אתכם.
See the beauty in the creation of who
ברואים
you
של
are,
הבורא.
of who you are as a child of God, as a created
לא בדיוק
being of
ילדים
God.
של אלוהים, אבל הכוונה שבעצם שיראו את עצמם כפלא של בריאה.
As a wonder of the creation. See your beauty as a wonder of the creation.
ושיראו גם את הבריאה הנפלאה שהם בוראים. ושבני האנוש יראו גם את הבריאה הנפלאה שהם בוראים.
And see the wonders and the beauties of the creations that we as humans create. Sometimes.
It's not sometimes.
But sometimes we create very ugly things, and sometimes we create very beautiful things.
But also the ugly things have a part in your word as a part of the whole creation. And so the ugly things that you see sometimes from another point of view, it's a complete to the light.
Yes.
It's a complete to the love. You have to understand that something which is unbalanced cannot be exist enough time. So there must be a balance between all the parts. Of course, we would like the tendency to be for the light and the good, as well as you wish it to be. But you have to understand that you cannot ignore that there are also different parts, and also they are kind of creation, and also they have part in the development of Earth. But we have to say one more thing, beloved ones. This period is the complete of the things. The light and the darkness, the good and the bad, were created to give God and to give you the opportunity to learn by comparing between the things. But now the time is to be whole, to be for unity, and for unity from the place of love.
Hiya.
Your lessons are still exist, but you learn it very deep and very strong in this period, in a purpose to complete the things that you still have to do, and to become a unique and beautiful and shining part of the oneness, of the wholeness. And please do understand, the wholeness is not on another place. The oneness is, מראים לי תמונה, אני לא יודעת איך לתאר את זה אפילו.
She sees a picture they've given her,
זה,
and she doesn't know how to describe it even.
זה כאילו האלוהים בכל.
It's as
בתוך
if,
כל החומר, כאילו החומר והרוח לא נפרדים.
as if the spirit and the matter are not separated, and Elohim, God, is in everything.
זה ממש, הפיזיקה, החומר קיים, זה לא שהחומר איננו.
The physical exists. It's not as if it's not.
אבל בתוך החומר יש את ההגשמה של האלוהות.
And in the material is the realization of the spirit. Yes? Of the,
של אלוהות.
of the godly.
כן.
Of the godly.
וזה פשוט יפהפה. זה פשוט...
It's simply beautiful, beautiful.
Magnificent.
Yes.
Sending you all the love and all the light.
Ah.
Beloved ones.
Aha.
Lady Venus.
Hi. Wow.
What's
105. We still have another 20 minutes. 25.
Okay.
Is there anybody else who wants to come? Or maybe it's enough.
Let's see. רק אחר כך הבנתי למה פתאום ליידי ונוס הגיעה.
Sanat, Kumara, Lady Venus?
לא זכרתי.
כן.
אז פתאום הבנתי למה גם היא הגיעה.
כן.
אוקיי, נראה אם יש דבר כזה, או אני רואה שלורד מלכיצדק מגיע, אבל אני לא יודעת על מה הוא הולך לדבר.
Okay, that's okay with me. Well, Lord Melchizedek comes. Wow. I asked the audience, can you feel the different qualities of energy that each one of these masters is bringing through? Because it could be felt.
אתה מרגיש אליהו?
Yes, it's different. Each one has a different
לגמרי.
signature vibration, and you could feel it.
לגמרי.
And even without a word, we're just so blessed to be in the energies of these different masters. For me, it's very exciting just to just to feel it. And don't worry if you don't feel it, because it took me a long time before I started to feel these things. So
Also for me.
also for Noam. So if you're interested in this material, it doesn't matter if you feel it or not. follow your interest, follow your passion, follow your heart.
וגם לזכור שאנרגיה זורמת בעקבות הכוונה.
Also remember that energy follows intent. So if you want and intend to start feeling these different qualities of energy, it'll come.
At the time that most suits,
At the most appropriate time.
most appropriate time, and the most maturity.
Yes, when we're ready. I'm still not seeing very much, but one day that'll come when I'm ready for that. So, anyway, Lord Melchizedek. Heya, te ho ho. Ah.
Hello to you.
Hello, hello. Thank you for coming.
With love and pleasure.
Ha
I am Lord Melchizedek.
Heya. Heya, te ho. Ah. Heya.
I would like to cover from my point of view
Ah.
what is a human being.
Okay. Heya, te ho ho.
כשהוא מדבר פה על לחסות, הוא לא מתכוון ללהסתיר, אלא הוא מתכוון על זה
Oh, ברור, נועם, זה ברור. ברור.
שהוא רוצה גם...
זה ברור לכל אחד, אל תדאגי. He will reveal his point of view on this subject.
Human being is universe. Everyone that exists, everyone that belongs to the human being family is the whole universe. And in this universe, there are many forces that act.
Yeah.
Us like us, the universes, our universe and another universes as well. Human being is limited and limitless
Heya.
at the same time. Human being is beloved one with his pure tension to come with body to create, to learn, to pass lessons on this stage that all of us and you chose together.
Yeah.
human being is a perfect actor. That do his part every time, once again and again, at the most best way that can be done. Because every choice you choose to this part or to that part creates energy, and by the direction of the choice, the energy flows, as exactly as you said before. The energy flows by the direction of the attunement. And this energy that released through the choice becomes like אני לא יודעת איך אומרים את זה באנגלית, אבן יסוד.
Foundation stone.
Of the new creation that happens all the time and occurs all the time, again and again. So you are, beloved ones, creating also another worlds and another universes, even if you do not know it yet, even if you do not have any connection to this idea, because it seems to you that you're too small to have this responsibility or this part. But beloved ones, when you chose to be a souls that chose to be in bodies, chose to be in הגשמה, רגע?
הגשמה, realization?
לא realization, יש מילה עם M.
Manifestation?
כן. On the material, you have to know and to remember that when the first contract happened between you and us, you knew that you're going to have a lot of responsibility for all the creation. But also,
every ring is chosen and special.
yes.
And we are like the rings.
Every one of us is a ring. It's a special ring that has its own abilities, its own unique, its own shine, its own light. And all together we create the most beautiful thing that can be shown. Now it's not him, it's me that speaks, but by the picture that he shows me.
Okay.
You have to understand that to be a human being, as it had been said before, it's a great honor. And as you know, a lot of us chosen to be a part here and a part into human bodies, because also we wanted to try to experience, to be manifested and to see what a material is.
You're speaking of the incarnation of the masters like you, Melchizedek.
Yes, but as I told before, I was in earth only in specific periods of change
Yes.
between circles and not as a body physically. As you know, there is a difference between me and Melchizedek, Melech Shalem. We're not the both, we're not the same.
I actually, so he is not an aspect of you. Melchizedek of Shalem is not an aspect of you. He was not, he is not.
מה שמראים לי,
What they show her
זה כמו, איך אני אסביר את זה? שוב, שמש וקרן שמש.
again, the sun and the ray of the sun.
הקרן של השמש היא לא השמש עצמה,
The ray of the sun is not the sun.
אלא היא יוצאת מהשמש והיא מגיעה, והיא מביאה איתה את האיכות של השמש.
She comes from the sun and she brings the quality, an aspect of the quality of the sun
אבל
herself.
זה לא השמש עצמה.
So Melchizedek of Salem was a ray of yours, Melchizedek. Are we not all rays of yours, Melchizedek? כולנו לא קרנים שלך, Melchizedek?
מלכיצדק דווקא?
Well, logos, Omri, they say that he is the universal logos. So does that mean?
הוא הלוגוס של כל היקום הזה.
So does that mean that every entity and every human is a Karen of Melchizedek?
אני אבדוק.
And then what's the difference between? Okay,
לא,
not everyone is a ray of Melchizedek.
ממש
No.
לא.
Okay.
קשה לי להסביר את זה, כי
It's
אומרים
hard
לי
to
תמונה
explain.
מאוד מורכבת,
Because they show her a complicated picture
שזה שוב מתחיל מהבורא,
that begins from the Creator,
רחם הבריאה,
the womb of creation,
החיבור,
the connection,
המלאכים, המונד,
the angels and the monad,
הקרניים שיוצאות מהמונד, הקרניים שיוצאות
the
מהקרניים,
rays that come
והקרניים
from the
שיוצאות
monad.
מהקרניים.
It's complicated.
It's
So Melchizedek of Salem had a special connection.
מה?
Melchizedek of Salem, in the Bible, who meets Abraham,
כן.
he had a very special connection to Melchizedek. He was than usual people. Okay, very interesting. Okay.
זה לפחות מה שהם מראים לי.
Okay. But that's only one of the incarnations that of aspects of Melchizedek. There are others.
It's not the aspect, it's the ray.
The ray. That's
not,
interesting.
It's not aspect of.
Okay.
Because every one of us has parallel aspects. It's not that. It's something different.
It's the
It's
ray.
like Eliyahu, hey, more 11 parallel aspects.
Yes, indeed.
Every one of us.
So I
But
understand.
it's not it. It's not this.
Okay.
It's something that האצלה, אני לא יודעת איך אומרים באנגלית האצלה.
Ha'atzala, I don't know myself. Not
It's like he gave him his power.
okay. Melchizedek of Salem,
It's like the power.
like the ray. I
כן,
understand.
כן,
Like the
בדיוק,
ray.
בדיוק.
Okay. I don't want to sidetrack the issue.
מה?
אני לא רוצה לקחת את הנושא הצידה. So the masters want to also experience the physical world and to incarnate.
And many times they also chosen to be on earth, as you know, to help
Yes,
all the human being family
indeed.
and to increase the vibration of earth and everything that's on her and
Indeed.
into her. And you know, once again, beloved ones, that everything is one.
Ah,
There is no difference. It's only different divides of energy. But all of the human family and all of the creation and God is one.
hey,
Mother Earth and God is one. Everything that was created and the Most High God are one. We are only different aspects of the creation. We and you, and also the creations that you create. Everything is an aspect of the Most High God creation,
yes.
but in a different ways, in a different frequencies, and in a different purpose of manifesting.
Hiya.
I want to repeat on things that were said many times. Your purpose, beloved ones, is to connect between your highest parts to your lowest parts.
Hey.
Between the part of the God Self, the Most High God Self, to the physical body that you have as human beings. This is the purpose that are shared with all of the human beings' family. And from that point, every one of you has its own purpose, has its own gift to give to the all of the creation. But you have to understand that your creating was also that you will have to learn how to live the physical, the material life, how to enjoy it, and how to find also there the sparkles of God. We all love you and bless you.
היי.
אני לא יודעת איך להגיד את זה באנגלית. בעברית יש ברכה, אורך ימים ושנים.
May you have length of days and years.
שהכוונה היא בעצם לטוב ולשפע ולחיות ולכל הטוב שיש בעצם.
And the intention is
כאילו לחיים ארוכים, אבל שזה לא סתם חיים ארוכים,
not just long, but a good
שזה
life.
כולל בתוכו.
A good life, a satisfying life, a blessed life.
And you're doing very well.
Hey, ho, te, ho. Hey, Okay.
רגע. Beloved ones, one more asking from you. Agree, beloved one.
What?
Agree
Agree.
to give up the fear from being human beings.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's a deep one. My.
Agree to give up the fear from connecting the ground, the physical, the matter, and the life itself.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
The fear from full experiences life.
Hey, ho. Heya. Ho.
We give you all of our love.
Hiya.
Be in good and tranquility
Aya te ho.
and love all the days.
Amen. Ah, Jesus. Hiya.
And agree to contact yourself bishlemut to the whole of parts as one.
Bring wholeness to all of your parts as one.
Agree to bring the wholeness.
Agree. Hiya te
Toda,
ho.
toda, toda.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hiya te ho te. That was wonderful, Noam.
תודה להם.